Good morning. Oh my goodness, all the behind the scenes things happening here. So, good morning, and I am going to adjust this just a little bit there. Perfect. All right. Well, happy Monday. Welcome to a brand new week. Welcome to a brand new Journal and Stretch Monday where we are settling into the week with some intentional breathing and feel good stretching, all the things. And of course, a journal prompt that we can explore throughout the day today or even into the rest of the week, just, depending on what the topic is for the day. So if you are new, my name is Stephanie, and I am glad you're here with me this morning or, of course, on replay. Let me know what you think, whether you're live or on replay, and what you would like to see in the future. I do welcome feedback. I am a retired educator, and so that's one thing that, I really wanted my students to do, is give me feedback on what I was providing when I was in the classroom. And let me move this because that might actually be better. My little microphone was pointing toward the music earlier. So yeah, that's some feedback right there. How's the volume? So what we do with our practice on Monday mornings, it's very short. It's 10 to 15 minutes, and we work a little bit on breath work, and then we move into a little bit of stretching, and of course we incorporate breath work with that, the inhale, the exhale with the movement. And then we offer up a journal prompt to take us through, the rest of the day or the rest of your morning, or maybe you save it for tonight, or you just think about it throughout the week. So that's on the agenda of what we do in the time we have together. All right, so speaking of breath work, let's go ahead, and I am going to let my camera go out just a little bit so you can see a little bit more. I'm going to scoot back as well just a little bit and move that. That way you can see a little bit more of me as we are stretching and everything. So what I'd like for us to do first and foremost is just let your hand be on your chest, one hand, and then the other is going to be on top of that hand, all right? So if you would like, you can let your chin dip down just a little bit, maybe cast your gaze down along with it. And if you want, you're more than welcome to close your eyes and just let them drift all the way closed. If not, it's okay. Woo! And we are just going to take a breath together. So empty out the air in your lungs. Just gently press it out. And then inhale as deeply as you can. It is early in the morning, so maybe not too super deep. And then exhale fully. Good. And let's do that again a couple of more times. So go ahead and keep breathing. I'll just kind of walk you through that. And what I'd like for you to do is maybe allow your in-breaths to be a little bit longer each time as we are waking up our body. And then as you exhale, if you would like, you can even deepen the exhale a little bit longer than your inhale was. Just kind of stretch it out. See if there's any breath that you can push on out a little bit further. Now with your hands, as you continue to do this breath practice, this welcoming the breath into your body and just kind of listening to your body and just feeling it, observing what's happening. If you would like, you're more than welcome to just press your hands into your chest a little bit, just feeling that grounding nature of what's happening. Maybe you're noticing what's underneath the palm, whether it's your shirt, maybe your fingertips are on your skin like mine is. Mine's right there at the collarbone area. Good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's do one more breath from where you are. Finish out the round you're on, and then do one more breath. Exhaling fully. Always feel free to open the mouth and sigh the breath out if you'd like. Good. And then if you did happen to have your eyes closed, go ahead and just blink them back open. Good. And then let your hands come off of your chest down by your hips. So I'd like to do a little sun breath. I'm going to scoot out just a little bit more. And what we do with the sun breath, that's what I call it. I think other teachers do as well. But our hands start at our hips, and it's kind of like the sun coming up as we inhale, our hands go up. So let's try that. Nice big inhale. Let your hands come up, matching the pace of the inhale. And then let the palms face outward and sigh the breath out if you would like, or just exhale. Hands back down to your hips. Let's do that again. Nice big inhale. Oh, that feels so good. And exhale out. We'll do that one more time and really see if you can reach the fingertips up to the ceiling. So you're really noticing a little bit of space developing between your ribs. Excellent. All right. So I'd like to do this, but add a little bit more to it, as in a twist. You see my hands. So let's inhale up. We're twisting over to one side. Exhale down. One hand in front, one on behind you. Inhale back up, coming to center. And then as you exhale, we just go to the other side. Simple and easy enough. Good. And then inhale back up, working on a little bit of shoulder mobility as well as working our spine a little bit. And then we exhale down. Perfect. Now I'm in a chair, as you can tell. I'm not on the floor like I was last week. I kind of vary this up a little bit. Excuse me, but I am going to tilt my chair just a little bit because I want to fold forward. So if you were in your bed watching this on your phone, if you are on the floor, because maybe you were expecting that based on last week, then that's great. And if you happen to be like me and you're in a chair, just maybe scoot anything out of the way or scoot your chair back a little bit, because I'd like for us to fold forward. You can do that on the floor. If you're standing at your kitchen counter waiting on your coffee to brew, you can do the standing as well, because we're just hinging at the hips, okay? So hands are right here. If you want, you're more than welcome to do that sun breath as you inhale, but go ahead and just take a nice inhale, letting your spine grow a little bit taller as you finish out that inhale. You can keep your neck nice and neutral here. And then as we exhale, we're just going to hinge at the hips. So my belly is literally draping over my thighs. Now this is where you can let your hands move down your shins. You can let your chin tuck down toward your chest. I'm going to come back up so that my voice isn't drowned out by being too low. And just hang out here for a moment. If you are seated, you can let your hands kind of wrap around to your calves. Same thing, if you are standing, you can do that as well. Good. And if you're on the floor, then what you might want to do is let your hands just kind of come up onto the fingertips, dig them into the floor, and let the fingers kind of walk away. Perfect. All right. So I'd like for you to take one more breath where you are in this forward fold, whether you are seated on the floor, seated in a chair, or even standing. Exhale fully, and then slowly make your way back up. Perfect. And I'm going to let my camera come in a little bit more here. I have this new streaming service or software, and I'm just getting used to it, and I've got two screens now, so I'm kind of tinkering around, so please forgive me if I keep looking around and adjusting a few things. So I would like for us to start working on our journal prompt for today. So I have this yard. We moved in about, I guess really actually it just turned 6 years ago. And so we got this home from some adult children that were selling their homestead because their parents had passed away. They were the original owners. Excuse me. And we had to really tame the backyard and even parts of the front yard too, because they had, become elderly and everything. And anyway, so once their father had passed away, they thought they'd just go ahead and sell the house. So that's how we have this home. And I could tell they were gardeners, and they just had this beautiful patch of, perennials that would just bloom up every year. The bulbs, the tulips and the daylilies and all of that. And anyway, the backyard though had just become a massive jungle, and we had cleared it through, but then 2020 happened, I had a lot of health issues. I had two major surgeries. I'll get into that at some other time. But anyway, of course, as you know, nothing ever stops growing, and everything just kind of grew back, right? If you have had that experience, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm just like thinking about it right now. So anyway, I started tackling it, and then a man in the neighborhood does yard work, and his name's Mr. Thurman. And so we hired him to come and help. And so he's actually coming back today. But he started doing some things on Saturday before he went to a party later that night. So he was like telling me about all that. He's very talkative, and he's just a wonderful, wonderful person. And so we got busy talking instead of doing yard work. But I was going to show him this little corner of our yard, and I was, kind of looking back and talking at him, and he's like, "Watch out!" And I was like, "What?" And I thought maybe I was about to step in a little divot area, but he's like, "No, there's a spider web." And I looked, and those big garden spiders that are, the ones that I normally see are black with yellow on them, and I love them. They're huge, and they spin these huge webs, and they're great to keep away bugs and everything. So I like them. I don't ever bother them. They help me out, so that's cool. But I was about to walk into three of them with all of their nests. They kind of had all their nests layered up, like old nests, new nests. There must have been like 12 nests there, or webs. I meant to say webs. And anyway, so there were three of them, and they were not the really cute, well, I call it cute, black and yellow ones that I'm used to. They were all three different variations of that garden spider. And oh my gosh, they look like they meant business. And I was so close just to walking into all of those webs with those three spiders. I could just see them, converging on me, thinking I'm a delicious afternoon snack or something. And anyway, so that's kind of our prompt today, courtesy of Mr. Thurman, because he, was warning me about where I was headed because I was not paying attention. So that is a little story, if you will, about my gardener that was helping me out and kind of warning me of something ahead. So what I would like for us to do is think about your week ahead. I mean, it is Monday, so that's honestly a really good prompt to always have for your Sunday nights or Monday mornings whenever you kind of get your week ready. For me, I like to do that on Sunday in terms of my planner and looking at what's ahead. I've got this, dashboard that I kind of build out every Sunday. But Monday is, the first day of like the work week typically. So I want you to really think about what you need to look out for this week. So, you might not have a Mr. Thurman in your life, or maybe you do. Maybe you're using your intuition of things to just look out for energy wise, or maybe about something that's going to happen at work that you want to keep an eye out for. Maybe it is literally just to commit to checking your calendar each night and prep for the day ahead. It could be as simple as that. So this is a fairly simple prompt of just checking in with yourself, checking in with your calendar, checking in with your energy, checking in with the day ahead, what's going on, and just what to look out for. So I hope that you enjoyed the stretch, the breath work. I hope that you enjoyed this prompt. It's such a nice one. It's a great general one just to look at each and every start of each and every week. So as we close out, I just want to mention that journaling does help us process our thoughts and, maybe gain some new perspective, maybe keep an eye on what to look out for. It does a lot of things. And the bottom line is with these sessions that I am hoping to continue doing on Mondays is basically, how do you want to feel at the end of the week? It's almost like if you're looking, 5 days into the future, if you consider Monday through Friday what you want to look at, or 7 days into the future, whichever way you like to look at your weeks when you journal. How do you want to feel at the end of the week? So that's another very general way to look at these type of sessions. So I'd like for us to end our session together. Again, whether you're live or you're on replay, just letting your arms extend on your next inhale. Give yourself a nice big inhale here. And then as you exhale, let's just go ahead and wrap our arms around, hands finding opposite shoulders, giving yourself a really nice, genuine, and loving hug. Just take one more breath here. If you want to bring a little arch in the back, that is fine. And then maybe as you exhale, round a little bit as you start to release your hands off of your shoulders here. Good, just kind of wiggle that out, alternate some little shoulder rolls there, and perfect. So thank you again for joining me. If you liked this live or you like watching it on replay, I'd love for you to go to my channel feed. I did not get a chance to put the next live in my feed ahead of time. I got busy this morning, but I will put that there. So if you want, you can check back and it will be there like momentarily, and you can just click the notify me button. If you're watching this on replay, I'm sure it's already there and it'll be there, and you can click the notify me button for next week's journal and stretch live. So thank you again for joining me this morning. My name is Stephanie, the host of Small Steps Daily, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day.